How's it going, guys? My name is Bailey. I'm with Rogers Performance Marine. Today we're going to give you a walkthrough of this 2020 NXT22. First thing we're going to do is show you what you need to do to get it ready to head to the lake. Then once we get to the lake, we're going to show you everything from loading it, launching it, and then all the features it has to offer on the inside. Come over here, I want to show you a few things on the front of the trailer. When hooking up, you need to have your 7-way adapter or your 7-way plugged into the truck. We've got both safety chains hooked up, emergency brake cable, and then the pin hooked into the 2-inch coupler here. Now we're going to walk to the back of the boat. A few things I want to show you. So if you'll notice, we've got the center drain plug pulled. We've also got, we've got the drain plug at the transom pulled and the center drain plug inside the cockpit pulled. You'll want those both out for transportation. First thing you do when you get in the lake will be put both of them back in. Now that's hooked up to our truck, we've got our boat plugs pulled. We'll want to make sure that the windshield is shut and the bimby top is stowed away. Now we're ready to head to the lake. Hey guys, so we got the boat down to Quail Lake here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the transom drain plug in. Then we're going to crawl up in the boat, put the center drain plug in, turn the battery switch on, and get the blower running. We want to have the blower running for at least 3 to 5 minutes before we get it launched. So if you walk back here, put the transom plug in. You can get it really tight by hand, and then whether you use a flathead screwdriver or a special key tool to tighten it up, so you can get it snug by hand. And then I got this tool here. It'll take and go just a hair further, get it tight, and it's ready to go. So now we're going to climb up in and get this thing ready. All right, now inside the boat, we're going to access the battery switch, which is just located right under the seat. I want to go ahead and turn the battery switch to the on position. Okay, on, and it's ready to go. Next thing we're going to do is turn the blower on. That switch is right here on the dash. Okay, got the blower on. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but we're going to let that run while we put the center drain plug in. You're going to find the access to it right in the floor. Okay. You want to pull this plug every time you leave the lake, but make sure before you go to launch this thing in the water that this plug goes back in. All right, it's in and ready to go. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to have Logan back the truck in. He's going to get the front of the fenders about 3 to 4 inches below water. We'll get it fired up and get it ready to go boating. Hey guys, so we got the boat on the water now. First thing I want to do is walk you through the dash, the electronics, and a couple presets. And then we're going to walk through a couple of the interior features, show you what's new for 2020, and then get this thing ready to surf. So first thing I want to go over is just the switches up on the dash. The very first switch, starting left to right, you got your blower. Again, 3 to 5 minutes before you fire it up, you want to have that turned on. Next two switches are going to be your bilge pumps. You've got forward and aft. Notice they're both on an auto switch, so if it was raining or you took on some water, or whatever the case may be, you got water in the boat, they would automatically pump them out. But if you guys are going through some bad weather and you want to manually turn them on, simply just flip those up and turn on. Okay. Moving over, we've got our navigation light. So if you press that forward, that's going to turn on your green and red in the bow and the white light on top of the tower. Neutral is off, which is middle. Down is just the anchor light on top of the tower. This switch would be for underwater lights if this boat was equipped with it. And then this is for the courtesy lights inside the cockpit. Okay. Now going over to the Clips audio head unit here. Right now we've already got it preset with Bluetooth, but you can run Bluetooth, auxiliary, USB, as well as AM, FM. USB port's going to be down here in the lower right. One thing to note when you are hooking it up to Bluetooth, you do need to hold the center button once you have Bluetooth selected for it to discover your phone and for you to be able to connect with your phone. So when you've got Bluetooth selected on here, again, you'll just hold this center button in for about 3 seconds. Then the Bluetooth name should pull up on your phone, and then you'll be able to connect it from there. Okay. This seat is, it offers a few things. It's got the bow bolster, so you can raise it up if you need to be able to see up over the windshield, or set it down just for cruising. This adjustment knob on the bottom left-hand side is to allow you to slide it. So you can move it further forward or move it further back, depending on what you want. When you get it in that set position, twist that knob to tighten it up. And then right in between my knees down here, we've also got a little lever that's going to allow you to swivel it. So you lift up on that lever, then you can swivel it right to left, and then once you go back to center, it'll lock itself in place from there. Okay. We're going to go ahead and fire the boat up right now. To get the boat started, you've got the ignition switch in the right-hand corner. You're going to turn that to run, and then go ahead and press engine start right here. Engine's fired up and ready to go. Do make sure when you're trying to start it, it's in neutral. You can simply wiggle that without lifting up to verify that it's not in gear. And then your emergency kill switch is to the right of me. You want to make sure that that's on before you go to fire it up. Okay. Once the boat's fired up and you're ready to go, you'll just lift up on this tab right here to go forward. Once you've got it in forward gear, go ahead and let go of the tab. The reason I want you to do that is so you can't accidentally go from forward all the way to reverse. You want to be able to go forward, then neutral, then you can lift up on the tab again to go into reverse, okay? But you always want to stop at neutral, okay? Even if it's just for a quick second. Last thing on the dash, you've got horn here to your right, and then the steering wheel also has a tilt button here so you can raise it and lower it. And then for shutting it off, you'll want to just take it down to your lower right and turn the key. That's what's going to kill the engine, okay? We're going to fire it back up, go through the dash settings, and get it set up to surf. All right, so what you're looking at right now is the home button. To get to the home button, you press this center button here, okay? We're gonna go through all of the tabs for you. On the home screen, you see you've got your fuel level to the left, you've got your RPM range, miles per hour, and then the depth. We're at 106 feet if you can see it on the screen. Click this far left button, that's gonna pull up the gauges. Again, it's gonna show you your air temperature, your water temperature, depth, 107 feet. We've got RPM, 600, 650, miles per hour, we're stopped, then fuel to your far left. Press this button right here to navigate through the rest of the settings, so we'll go over. Right here, this is our zero off screen. So if we want to turn it on right now, it would be set to 20 miles an hour. To turn it on, you would just press the button in the lower left. Now it's on. You can see it lit up green. It's ready to go. We're going to turn it off for right now. Next button over is going to be for your presets. Okay, this is a new change for 2020. This is all the presets that Mastercraft's done. So you've got surf left, surf right, wake beginner, and ski. Okay, moving past that, going over to status, it's going to show you oil pressure, engine temperature, engine hours, and how many volts you've got. This isn't a screen you need to really focus on too much. I mean, they've done enough R&D with these, they should be good to go. Moving over, you've got your ballast and tab screen. Right now our ballasts are completely empty and our tabs are at 0. That will change when we go back to the preset settings to get it ready to surf. Then this is the main menu. This is going to be mainly for the service department. You can read through your owner's manual. That'll give you more in-depth information on what each of these buttons are, but this is mainly for our service department. And then now we're back to the home screen. So right now I'm going to move back to the preset settings, and we're going to get it set up to surf right now. So it's already highlighted surf right. We're going to select it by pressing the button in the bottom left. Now it's already set. You notice it's turned our cruise control on, set our speed to 10.8 miles an hour, and then if we move over, you'll notice it's now filling ballast. The port, center, and starboard are starting to fill, and our tab position has already been preset for us. So once the ballast is full, we're ready to surf. While we're waiting for the ballast to fill, I'm going to show you a few things in the cockpit. All right, we're gonna go over a few things in the cockpit first. The first thing I want to touch on is a new change for 2020. This is the observer seat that they put in the center. So to use this, you've got a clip down here. You pull the handle, pull it forward to you, pull it up, and now when you're surfing, wakeboarding, skiing, or tubing, you can have a couple people sit right here, face backwards, and watch the rider, whether they want to take pictures or just enjoy the view. To put it back, you need to pull up on the lever again, and then you want to go ahead and push down, okay? Push down, and it'll slide in and lock in place. When you're done using it, you always want to grab on this handle, make sure it locked in place. You see the video didn't lock that time, so you'll want to push it back and make sure it's set in. Now it's tight and ready to go. On this side of the boat, we've got access to a built-in cooler here. Take and remove that if you like. We've also got a trash can right here. And one thing I didn't go over when I was showing you the dash, which is a really nice safety feature, is they've already got a fire suppression system built into the engine compartment. If you ever needed to pull that, the quick access to that is going to be right in there. Going further forward in the bow, This is going to be your pass-through storage. So this storage compartment goes all the way up into the bow. You can see we've got the cover for the boat and our safety equipment in there right now. The reason I show you this is I want to show you there's another fire extinguisher right here. So we've got 2 fire extinguishers on board. Moving up to the bow, you want to flip these seats up. Again, this is access to your pass-through storage. You can put surfboards in there, slalom skis, wakeboards, whatever you've got. Nice big carpeted storage. We just did a really good job finishing this boat, utilizing the entire boat for storage. While we wait for the bows to fill up, last thing I want to show you is how to set up the bimini top, and then we should be ready to surf. All right, while we're waiting for the bows to fill up, I'm going to show you how to get the bimini top set up. Mastercraft's done a really good job of making this just super easy, a very painless process. So first thing we're going to do is take the bimini boot off. Got a few zippers you want to do here. Once you got all the zippers undone, we'll just take and set the bimini boot off to the side. And then from here, take it unfolded. When you unfold it, one thing you want to be careful of is this gray plastic clip is undone and not hooked to the front pole. If it is, you'll break those clips. So make sure you undo those every time. Then we'll take and fold it forward. Once we've got it forward, press up, lock it in on each side. Perfect. All right, now we're ready to surf. All right, so we've already got the preset profile selected. It's on surf right now. So the cruise control is already set to 10.8. If you need to adjust that, you can. Tabs are going to do their thing. Once we get up on the plane, it's going to shape it to where we can surf on the right side, and we'll be ready to go. So all you need to do is pull up on the tab on the control box, put it in gear, and then you want to get your rider out of the water. If it's a little kid, you might slowly ease into the throttle. If you got a big guy back there, you might need to give it a little bit more juice. All right, so right now we're on the 0 off screen with the preset settings. So as you can see, we're at 10.8 is the preset for surf right. If you need to change it, depending on how many people you have in the boat or depending on your rider's preference, you can raise the speed by pressing up with the left arrow or lower the speed by pressing down with the down arrow. The way, my rule of thumb is the more weight you have in the boat, the faster you can surf. The least amount of weight you have in the boat, the slower you want to surf, okay? The faster you're going, the longer the wave's going to be. The slower you're going, the taller the wave's going to be. So each rider is going to be a little bit different. And you can change that on the fly. So if you get the rider up and he wants to go a little slower, you can come to this screen. If you press the home button, you'll notice right here it says cruise. The button directly to the left will bring you to this page, so you can speed it up or slow it down, just depending on the rider. I'm going to go back to the home button, and then we're going to go over to the preset profiles. So again, we will go to presets. Now we're going to set it up for wakeboarding. So I'm going to go down here and press select on the bottom left. Now you'll notice it changed our speed to 21 miles an hour, and then it also changed our tab position and left our ballast at completely full. So right now, if we were to put it in gear and give it throttle, it would set us at 21 miles an hour and be ready to wakeboard. When you're done with that, you want to press the home button, go to tanks and tabs, and from here you can see the gauges. You want to take in, with the switch to the left, you want to take an empty by pressing each switch down, okay? They'll empty out the side. You can see them spraying out there. Once they stop spraying, that's when the valves are empty and you're ready to go home. All right, last thing I want to show you on the boat, right next to the battery switch, we've got a couple of resettable circuit breakers. You got one for the stereo, main power, one for the ECU and the engine. And then up under the dash, you've also got a couple of push button resettable circuit breakers that are right up under here. You can't see in the video, but if you're ever out on the lake, everything's been worked good, stereo's working fine, lights are all working, everything's working as it should, and then just stops. Before you call into the service shop, check those first. We don't see it happen often, but it is possible. And you'll notice, if they did trip a breaker, the breaker will be sticking out a little bit. You press it in, and then you should be good to go. If it continues to happen, reach out to our service department, and we'll figure out what's going on. But that needs to be your first check, is the circuit breakers. Again, you got a few next to the battery switch, and then you've got quite a few up under the dash. And I'll post a picture of that in the video so you can see what I'm talking about there. Other than that, the boat's ready to go, ready to surf.